Hello YouTube, this is Joe from Team Death Meta giving you a new deck list. This is a brand new deck I made. I took apart for now. The original deck list is still on Dual Network, so I always go back to it. I've taken apart my photon deck. I felt like it needed some change. It needed a new style, new play, because after a while I just felt like the deck wasn't doing its thing anymore. So I felt a sense like, okay, this deck needs change, this needs to become new. So I came up with an idea, put it together on DN, played a few matches against my friend who also wanted to try his new deck, and then I made it in real and I did a few play tests, and I love it. It's doing great, it's doing brilliantly, it's doing its job, it's doing its thing with its own unique style, and I wanted to show it to you lot now. So here it is, and it's called Photon Mekbeat, and you'll see why. So obviously photons, we got 3 photon Thrasher, one of the main photon of the deck, to be honest, other than a card that you'll see later on. You know, Cyber Dragon, basically level 4 Cyber Dragon, can't attack if you've got another monster, but it doesn't matter. 1 Photon Crusher for an extra photon, and 2k beat stick, you know, does well on its own, but is mostly there for something else. 3 Mech Army of Grinnell, and this is where the word mech comes in. This is Photon Mech mix, and it does really well. Okay, don't judge it until you see the whole deck and like my explanations for stuff and see what it actually does, because this deck does great. It does its job. So Mech Army of Grinnell starts off with basically a Gale when it's summoned, halves their attack, gets an extra 100 for every other Mech you have on the field. Level 4. 3 Mech Army of Vicesaw, the Mech beat stick of the deck, gets 100 per other Mech 1800, gives other Mech piercing. So you have 3 of him. Let's get into the camera, there we go. 2 Mech Army of Skill as a Mech Searcher. I know what some people mean by Battle Search is not as good nowadays, but to be honest, you need at least 2 skills in this deck for the speed to work. Gets an extra 200 per Mech on the field, starts off at 1200, so he's good, mostly there for searching. And 2 Mech Emperor Grinnell. Now I live in the UK, so I can't use Emperor Vicesaw in tournament play. I have 3 of them, so when they become legalized over here, I'll definitely have 1 in. But for now, 2 Emperor Grinnells. If you live in the UK, you need this. His attack is equal to half your life points, so most of the times he'll be at 4k or at least over 3k sometimes, most of the times. But great beat sticks, absorbs synchros, so synchro plays, you know, say no to them, you know, for your opponent, because this guy will just suck them up. So you need this guy. 2 Thunder King Ryos, because, you know, good card, level 4 light, you know, 1900. So if you don't have a great hand at the start, you know, play this guy, you're alright. And 1 Black Queen Gale of the Whirlwind. Now you can tell this one's fake at the moment, you know, it's just a print out because I got 1 on the way. I don't have 1 at the moment, but I've ordered 1, and this is my DN build as well, so I had to have it in. But you need 1 Gale. You don't need a Gale, but I put the Gale in, so it gives synchro abilities, and you know, the effect's good. So monster lineup, you have about 18 monsters in here, which is great amount for the deck. 3 Pot of Dualities for speedings. You need it. You need 3. You can work with 2 if you want, but I go for 3. 1 Rotor to search those 4 warriors that you have in the deck, just to add a bit of speed. 3 for Tismo's the Mobile Fortress. Now you can go to 2, but I go 3. 3 is doing good. You get it out, you get it quicker. This does your speed, okay? By the way this is called beat is because it's fast. You get your monsters out while your opponent has none because of the defenses that you have in this deck, and then you can either swarm with your level 4s or go for quick easy exceed plays and just take them down that way. Mostly I go for a bit of the both. I swarm my level 4s, and then when the opportunity is right I go to exceed plays and just completely destroy them. So 3 Fortismos, you need the Fortismo for your mekbeat and photon plays, and I'll give an explanation of one way why later. 2 photon giants because you have 4 in the main deck and 3 in the extra deck, so it's a great card. It's an MST with gives opponent monster piercing an extra 700. So it's a great card and I love using it. Punish the people who use Spirit Reaper. 2 MSTs because back rows are quite deadly to this deck at times, so you need to get rid of it. So there's 4 ways of getting rid of, along with a storm. Now you can, I did go at the start 3 MSTs and 1 storm, but then when I was up against my mate, he had heavy back row, so I felt well, that's a new weakness that I just found out for the deck. So take out 1 space for storm and it seems to be doing pretty well. 1 Dark Hole because it's a staple bomb the field card. 1 Reborn and 1 Pot of Avarice because your graveyard fills up quite quickly in this deck. Traps, you got 2 Torrential Tributes because 2 Torrentials is great at the moment in smell. 1 Compulsory Evac along with 1 Bottomless. Now you can go 2 evacs if you want. I did go 2 at the start, but then I took 1 out for a rota. So I like, at the moment I like this 1 of each because you're prepared for any situation that way. So 1 Solemn Judgment and 1 Warning. 1 warning just to negate a summonings of like synchros and exceeds, you know, so that way they can't revive it, and a judgment just to negate everything. 1 Dark Bribe because, you know, just an extra negation, and 1 Starlight Road because you swarm a lot in this deck, and if you want to just stick to your level 4s and attack and they got a face down Mirror Force, no, you play a second monster and they pay to end, nope. And then you get an extra body from it, from the Stardust. Moving on to the extra deck. 2 Utopias because Utopia is good. 3 Photon Papilloperatives. Now this is where your Tridents come in. This is one of the reasons why Tridents are here at 2, because you make this guy very easily in this deck and makes him up to 2/8. And then she switches your monster's attack defenses to attack. If it's a Spirit Reaper, she just pops it automatically because she's targeted it but with an effect. So, and if they run into this and you got Trident face down, no, sorry mate, I just got now a 2/8 beat stick and then your monster's dead and I pop 1 of your back rows. So she shines a lot in this deck. 1 Blade Armor because you can make him. And 1 Shark Drake. This is your star exceed in the deck. I'm not even telling you the amount of times I brought out Shark Drake and just crushed my opponent. It's, you know, unbelievable. The biggest play this deck can make, I'll just quickly tell you now. Fortismo, you play Fortismo as a field spell, well, because it is a field spell. Then you special summon your Thrasher when you have no monsters. Normal summon a Grinnell if you have 1 in your hand. This is 1 option you can do. Normal summon the Grinnell, half your monsters attack, your opponent's monsters attack. Special summon Army of Wysor or Skill or something with Fortismo's effect. Overlay of 3 for Shark Drake. Slam that monster with Shark Drake that you just halved. Shark Drake's effect, you bring that monster back and attack it again. You just dealt severe amount of damage in 1 turn from just a use of few cards. It's unbelievable how easily you can make this card, and he's partly the reason why I came up with the deck idea. 1 Chimera Tech because you have a Cyber Dragon on the side. A lot of the rest of few of these cards in the extra decks because of the side deck, which I'll get to. 1 Cyber End Dragon. 1 black ring armoured ring, just because of some stuff in the extra. 1 black ring armor master, which is going to be your main synchro to play because of Gale in a level 4. 2 Stardust Dragons, 1 for Road and 1 for something else in the extra deck. And 1 Red Dragon Archfiend because of something in the extra deck. In the side deck, I mean. Side deck, get to it. 1 second Photon Crusher, just in case. 2 Photon Lizards, in case of Photon Search. 3 Photon Saber Tigers, again if I want to go into more Photon than Mech Lord, you know, I got these guys there. A 3rd Army of Grinnell, no, Emperor Grinnell. Malefic Stardust, which is why I got the 2nd Stardust. And a Malefic Cybren, because that explains why I got the Cybren Dragon. And a Cyber Dragon because of like machine plays, opponent's machine based decks, and you know, I can get into easy level 8 synchros with that and Gale. 3 skill drains in case I need them for an opponent's deck. You know, if the deck is heavy effects, you know, I'll just slap 2 of these cards in or something, so it won't harm the deck as much. It will just prevent me from using Emperor Grinnell's effect and like Army of Grinnell's effect, and my armies won't get the attack boosts, but other than that it's fine. 2nd Compulse and a Smashing Ground just in case. But yes, everybody, that's the deck. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope this gives new ideas for Photon plays, because Photons have been experimented a lot by people nowadays, so I hope this gives an idea of decks you can play, you know. So yes, I'll stop blabbing on, you know. Again, hope you enjoyed it. Rate, comment and subscribe for more stuff that's Yu-Gi-Oh. My mate should be posting some deck ideas up soon, you know. I just have to get him to remember to make some, because he's got a few good decks, you know, that you might want to see. So yes, thanks for watching, and catch you lot next time. Bye.